Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a new NVIDIA daily update video. So today, as per usual, let's go over NVIDIA stock. Let's go over what is happening with the stock, why it's even up today, why it's not up as much as it was essentially, and I'll give you my overall thoughts about the stock moving forward. So as per usual, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button as it does help a lot. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And of course, my membership section on YouTube is live. That link is down below in the description of the video. For just $2.99 a month, you get access to all my intraday thoughts, post updates on Tesla, and sometimes other stocks as well. Every single day the market is open, or for $5 a month, you get access to all of that, plus NVIDIA updates daily as well. But jumping into it, NVIDIA closing the day up only 0.89%, closing the day at almost $137 per share. I say only 8.89% because it was actually up substantially more based on, at least the high of the day, right? The high of the day was up a whopping almost 4%, which is pretty damn respectable, of course. Now, it obviously lost pretty much all those gains, and not only that, it did close pretty much at the bottom of the day. Now, what does this mean? Well, we pretty much retested all-time highs. Like I said, I am still bearish on NVIDIA up here. Okay, maybe bearish is not the right word. I'm not bearish to the point where I will literally buy puts. I'm more bearish in the sense that I will just not buy the stock here. I'm not interested in buying the stock up here. I wasn't yesterday, and I'm still not today. Definitely not today. Because again, I need to see a close above 140 to 141. I have to, that's the only way I can remove any potential quote unquote bearishness, if you will, that I have right now. Because again, like I said many times, the risk reward up here, in my opinion, is just very, very low to me. Why? Because again, I'll say it and I'll keep saying it until it's no longer the case. We are still extremely overbought. Now, we did of course enter higher territories, but we are setting up a bearish divergence. You can see we pretty much went up to the exact same level we were back when this RSI over here was almost at 90. And now, again, pretty much in the same rough territory of price, but the RSI is all the way down here at like 65. That's a bearish divergence, right? So we're making higher highs essentially, while the RSI is making extremely noticeable lower highs. That's a little bit concerning, right? The BX trend is still showing the red band. That's not ideal as well, despite us technically being green today. And of course, we have my stochastic, which is on the verge of being crossed over to bearish. Now, you might notice, based on my videos pretty much from yesterday or before, the stochastic might look a little bit different. I did actually play around with the settings a little bit. I changed them around to make it a bit more of a smoother curve and also to give me less false signals. So you can see pretty much every time it's crossed, except for up here, it's been a pretty consistent cross for the most part, right? So it's giving a lot more smoother, more consistent signals. And right now, it's damn close to crossing back to being bearish. So watch out for that, right? If we have a red day tomorrow, or honestly, maybe even a very light green day tomorrow, that could be a little bit of a concern as well. So watch out for that. But that's kind of the main thing I'm looking at for NVIDIA, right? It's just, again, MACD is also lower highs, right? You can see here, definitely making slightly lower highs. So overall, what I'm saying is this: if NVIDIA wants at least to convince maybe like me, for instance, that, you know what, it is still bullish, it definitely can still go higher, I need to see a daily close above all-time high essentially, which is again about that 140 to 141 range, which is pretty much where the today's high was. I need to see daily closures above that. Otherwise, despite the stock, still looking pretty decent overall, I'm not excited to buy here. I'm not jumping up and, jumping up for joy excited to buy here. I'm absolutely not, right? I do think it's very, very overcrowded right now. I do think it's very, very overheated right now. And like I said, I'd only be personally interested to buy it if and when it comes back down to about that 122, 123-ish region on that retest of this breakout of this wedge that we were in. Otherwise, I am not interested. I strongly believe it is extremely overbought and extremely overcrowded. Could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe it does break all-time highs tomorrow and maybe it continues rallying. Always a possibility, just not a risk and a play I'm willing to personally take. And that's just my opinion. But pretty much what you want to be looking for moving forward is going to be absolutely the stochastic, right? If this stochastic starts to cross bearish tomorrow, that would give me another more confident signal, because again, the way I change the stochastic is that every crossover is a bit more meaningful compared to before. If you compare it to yesterday's video, you might see a bit more crossings happen, kind of, more false signals. This is a lot less false signals. Now it's a little bit slower, but those crosses now, when and if they of course do actually happen, should be more convincing. So let's watch for that. Let's see how this shapes up tomorrow. But a cross up here into this extreme level of being overbought on the stochastic, that would be a little bit concerning. That would tell me that the momentum is still dying off, especially considering today we had a massive gap up, which from what I understand was pretty much mainly off of TSMC. That, the fact that we just sold the vast majority of it off is, little bit eyebrow raising, right? That's also something else to wonder as well. But yeah, all that being said though, let me know what you think down below, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to make this video too much longer, pretty quick, to the point. With that being said, NVIDIA is still the most bullish flow of the day confirmed. So, you know, the bulls are clearly still here. I mean, they're pretty much always still here, to be fair. Even back before NVIDIA had this earnings and it pretty much crashed ever since. The bulls were also there before the earnings. So keep that in mind. So take that with a grain of salt, in my opinion. But nonetheless, NVIDIA, still a phenomenal looking stock. The weekly still looks phenomenal, I will admit, right? I still think the stock looks overall pretty strong, but I'm not excited to buy up here. That's just my opinion, of course. Now, let me know what you think down below. Let's watch for it tomorrow. Let's see how it reacts really with the weekly close tomorrow, with the final day of the week tomorrow. I'm very curious to see how the stochastic reacts tomorrow as well. And yeah, I'll, of course, you know, continue giving you my updates every single day. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See you tomorrow. Peace.